live. That's the way we're going to do it. This is the Warhammer designed by Paul Walker. I'll get a little closer. Not that Paul Walker, another one. And this one's made by Work Tough Gear. Here's what we're going to do in this live, guys. We're going to do all things Work Tough Gear. I got my guy Shane behind the camera. We just got done with work, so we're going to kill some time while traffic dies down. Now, there's several things I want to show y'all, and I know you're just fired the hell up to see them. And I know we probably don't have a swinging dick in the room yet, but we will. So we're going to start pulling stuff out. Listen, Work Tough Gear obviously is one of my favorite companies. Now, that's going to screw me up, but thank you, Shane.
I can move it if need be.
No, you're good. You're good. We'll keep up. Dong, what's up, brother? Y'all like Garen, what's going on? So I got all this shit behind me. I got a little foliage going on. Here's the thing. Let's just start showing knives. This is the Famine. It is designed by Keith McKenzie. Now, I want to talk to y'all about a couple different things. When we get about 10 or 15, 20, 30 people in the room, I'm going to show you one that's actually up on the website. But this will do for now. Hope everybody's had a good day. This is Keith McKenzie is a great guy. This is his design. Now, he actually did the harpoon right. Let me back up. I don't know if I like harpoons or not. I like having a place for my thumb there. And here's the deal. Donnie B all day kind of nailed it. He hates harpoons. I'm kind of different. I kind of like them. I know it's a trend right now. But here's the thing. I love a recurve. And Keith kind of went with Hell's fighting knife. Now here's the deal. This thing is 7 millimeters thick. The production run was 6 millimeters thick. I like the 7. And I'll tell you the truth, it is not a heavy knife. It's not a, well, I'm not going to chop that now. It's not like, oh my God, a heavy chopper. This actually feels really good in hand. And I'll tell you all the truth. Here's just the honest to God's truth of it. Flynn is one of the best knife makers on the planet. And this is why I say that. This is why I say that. He'll take any design and he'll make it workable if it's not workable. I'm not saying this is not a workable design. What I am saying is, because of Vic's kind of the way he approaches it with the math, the balance, this feels like a great knife. I am not a knife fighter. I know that surprises many of you, but I love this knife. I love the knife because it, I don't know, man. One, it's well built, but it's crazy cool looking, right? Not every knife needs to be a little pocket knife that's practical. Practical knives I love, but they get on my nerves at times. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like your mother-in-law. You love them, but you just as soon not be around them. Now, I love my mother-in-law to death. Leslie, Miss Black, I love her. Awesome lady. So, not really what I'm talking about there. I actually do like my mother-in-law. I think she's convinced my wife several times not to leave, and she's taken my side in many arguments. So, you gotta love her. We've gone way off the beaten path. Here's what I'm gonna do. If I can pull this son of a bitch out. How many of these things? Okay. So here's the deal. We're at work. We just got off. This knife right here, I keep wanting to hit it. I'm not gonna hit it. This is one of my favorites. I like big, crazy ass knives. This is the Nomad Count 12-inch. This was the original design. Can you see it pretty good, Shane?
Oh yeah.
This was the original design. Kind of turn it so y'all can see it. And what I mean by that, the Count knife that come out, I think had an 8 or 9-inch blade. This bitch has a 12-inch blade. It's got a forward cant. Zeke Minacho is one of my all-time favorites. Now, I keep this backpack in my car. We may rotate the knives. Here's one. Let's see. This is, what the hell is this? This is the Bear Claw. This is the one I wanted to show y'all. All right, so the Bear Claw is designed by Alex from Aurora Borealis Knives. He is also the designer of the Mountain Lion. Now, there are some Mountain Lions out there on the websites.
forget.
What?
Yeah, you want me to remind you about that one cold steel knife too.
Cold steel. Which one?
I gotta remember the name of it. Keep going.
All right.
I'll remember it.
Shane is good for reminding me. We both forget. So bear claw, and you can see the pronounce point on the bear claw. The mountain lion. The mountain lion is actually, there are some in stock. These are custom scales. That's kind of a hammered limited run, but you see the size difference there. Good looking knife. Lucas Carroll is one of the best custom scales guys. Now listen guys, if you use Scab, SCAB, all caps, you get a 15% discount from Lucas. But check this out now. Lucas doesn't just do work tough gear. He does some amazing, amazing scales. I've got a BK2 in Magna Cut that I am fixing to put some custom scales on after the review. K-Bar sent it to me, so I want to make sure I review it how they sent it. But look at that thing. That's a badass looking knife, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's just sick. The custom scales, the hammered, razor sharp. And here's the thing. I've got to do a review on it, and I'd rather be kicked. This is one... When I first started this channel, I was all Billy badass about beating up blades and doing, but the more you do that and the more appreciation that you kind of gain for knives, it kind of it never gets played out, right? And if y'all are wondering, I got one eye going this way and one eye I'm talking to Shane. It never gets played out, but at the same time, you build such an appreciation for the knife that you don't want to just destroy it. You don't want to... I hate screwing up the edge. Vic Lynn, and I don't know if I can get a good... Let's try to get the edge. See if you can get it pretty good. If you can't...
That looks good.
So you get that polished edge with Vic. Now, here's the truth. His stuff in SK85 or like this Bowler K329, it holds an edge pretty damn good, and the way they heat treat things and things like that, these knives are also very, very easy to sharpen. But when you get something that just, I mean, it's a work of art. Now this sumbitch is solid. This sumbitch is solid, and it'll take a beating, and I'll put a beating on it. But sometimes you just want to leave the damn knife looking badass. Of course, I can't do that. That's the reason we can't have nice things. Let me put these back. I've got my V-44x. I'll show you guys. I love this knife so much. I had told Kirk that I would let him have the mountain lion when it came in because I thought it was going to be the standard version. He may have to wait on one. What was I going to show you? Oh, V-44x. Boom. Classic Bowie style. Classic Marine Raider Bowie style. Now here's the deal, guys. When we say Marine Raider Bowie, these are from World War II. I don't even think the Marine Raiders were a group for the entire war, but while they were together, they had a Bowie knife similar to this. So when you hear Marine Raider Bowie, I actually had a guy who was in the Marine Raiders say, man, I've never heard of that knife in my life, but more modern era. And then he come back and he's like, bro, never mind, it's World War II. So this is kind of an old school World War II style Bowie. Reese from Well Regulated, the designer, has a kick-ass World War II knife collection, dude. I mean, a sick collection. So that's the influence there. Red Wolf. That's what I wanted to show. All right, guys. So right here, there are a lot of these in stock. Now, I will have a video coming out on this one this weekend. Here's the thing, man. This is as close to just a straight up everyday camp knife that you'll find. They are in stock. You see it tapers down. Orange G10 liners and its G10 handle scales. This hidden lanyard hole, Alex from Aurora Borealis, all his designs are that way. That mountain lion, the bear claw, that is something Mr. Vic has incorporated into a couple other designs. I actually like that a lot. It's kind of seamless. It's kind of flowy, good grip, sharpening choil, just a little bit of jimping right there. But this is just a straight up cutting tool. Now listen, I don't know how much these are. These are on the Work Tough Gear website. I think at last count, they had about 80 or 90 left in stock. This is a knife I carry a lot. Not this one, but my other one. This one will get carry time as well. It's just a basic knife. I get asked a lot about sheaths. This is from Vic Lin, who is a Taiwanese businessman. This is what I want y'all to understand. Because people go, oh, Work Tough Gear gets outsourced. No, they don't. No, they don't. Work Tough's knives are made in Taiwan because it is a Taiwanese business, right? Mr. Vic, when we were talking about how to set up the sheath and all that, now these are set Molly compatible. You can put a tech lock. You can do all that. But Mr. Vic carries it like this, if I'm not mistaken. This is the way he carries, and this is the way I carry my knife. This is a more traditional way. Now, in all fairness to everyone, and just being dead honest, I carry it this way if Megatron and I go hiking. I carry it this way if I go kayaking. But I haven't done long-term camping trips like, hike 2 miles in, camp 3 miles in, 4 miles in, 5 miles in, or do like a trail. So I don't know that this would be that setup. Just being 100% honest. For me, around camp, just kind of quick, and I keep it on my offhand. Part of that is this. I am right-handed, right? I keep it here. It's not some big self-defense thing. If I am in the woods or camping or something, I typically will have a pistol in this pocket, so I've got my right hand free with nothing obstructing it. That's why I do it. And here's the truth. Here's just the honest truth about it. Sometimes, man, when you're in the woods, I don't know how y'all are, but like with a gun, do I need it? No. Typically no, but you like having one. You're out in the woods, you're doing woodsy shit. This is the Sylvanus. All right, let me catch up. Brother Miranda, Satan's Goat. Reese has a great setup. Yep. Garen. All right, I'm just, for all of y'all that are watching, dude, I am always appreciative. Let me talk to y'all about this real quick, talking about camping. Blacky Thomas, who is a friend and a brother to this channel, and many of you know Blacky very, very well, suffered a stroke. We've started a GoFundMe for him. It is doing well. He has incurred some massive debt. He did not have insurance. He was trying to make it till he had Medicare. Medicaid, he didn't make it. But here's the thing, guys. If you can't donate, cool, got it. Totally understand it. 100% understand it. If you'll just go to Blacky's channel and watch a few of his videos and comment, one, you'll enjoy it. I promise you that. Two, you're putting money in his pocket. Just by watching his channel, you're helping out. You're doing what you can do. And I am forever appreciative. Let's see how many people are going to ask if that's a pot holder. Big E, how are you, Bubba? Nut job with a machete. Good seeing you. Edge, what's going on, man? I am too. Very happy. Emler. Yes, somebody share it. That's right, Mike. Listen, guys, the more you guys share one of his videos, I never ask y'all to like, subscribe, or comment on my shit. You're grown. I don't need to ask you. Y'all are always great about doing it. But here's the truth, man. Do that for Blacky. He wouldn't ask. There is some long-term damage. That's the thing. He's doing better, but there is long-term damage. We don't know what yet. One thing he does not need to worry about is finances right now. And I know everything's going to work out. I know there's no debtor's prison. I know that he can make payments. I am well aware of that. His mind is not in that headspace. He is that generation where you have to pay that bill, and and let me just say, you should. But they're not going to kick him out of his house. We're going to go over like 4 knives real quick that I want to show y'all. All right, brother. Yeah, give me a shout tonight. We'll talk either on the walk or something. We'll hook it up. If not tonight, man, maybe tomorrow. Angry Dracolope. Hey, dude, Angry Dracolope is at like 120 away from 1,000. Let's get him to 1,000. Nut job with a machete, my dude. Imler, we'll definitely talk. If y'all aren't subscribed to any of these guys, man, subscribe. Okay, I was on Tim's School of Fish with Tim and Uncommon EDC last night. They have kind of like a little show called Just the Tip. It's kind of a podcast format. Look it up, Just the Tip. They asked me, Jake from Uncommon EDC asked me if I carried any small fixed blades. Yes, a ton. Pocket fixed blades. Here's my Nomad Bushcrafter. Now, guys, listen, here's the thing. I don't name these things. This was designed by Zeke Minacho. Y'all hear that name on this channel a lot. I love this knife. I believe this is the Scandi ground, but it's not. It has a micro convex cutting edge. So it's not a true 100% or ground to zero type Scandi. Y'all know what I'm saying. I know I'm saying that wrong, and I'll get eat up in the comments. But I carry this. One of my favorites of all time is another Zeke Minacho carry. This knife right here, and I get asked all the time, well, what can you do with it? Well, that's up to your skill set, son. I don't know. How good are you with a knife? Sometimes we get a little carried away in this. Anyway, this is one of my favorites. This is the Nomad EDC. I would love to see Vic do. I would love for this to be a staple. They just do a good job with it. They do a good job with their heat treat. And yes, 1,000 times yes, I am a Work Tough Gear fanboy. I don't give a flying shit. I love their stuff. And you know why? Here's why. Not because I get free knives. I give a lot of shit away. I give more away than y'all know. And that don't make me a good guy. I try to pay it forward. It's not about free knives. It's about them being loyal and believing in me right off the rip. Right off the rip. And they've always been supportive. And if I need to talk to Mr. Vic, I can. And to me, and some of you content creators can chime in on this too. To me, honest to God, I talked to Bill Harsey Sunday for about an hour. Me and Mr. Bill talk about once a month. I talked to William Collins Monday for about 30 or 40 minutes. I can chat with Mr. Vic. Now, this isn't bragging. I'm making a point here. I would rather have that ability to talk to these guys than get a free knife. I learned more in a 30-minute conversation Monday with William Collins than I could ever learn by him sending me a free knife and me doing a video on it, if that makes sense. So, yes, Work Tough Gear sends me stuff. Sure they do. I've never ducked that, never dodged that. Now, I don't sell it. That's kind of my caveat. That's kind of a personal decision. I might give some away, right? But I don't sell it. Other people do. That's their business, not mine. I'm not, and that's not a soapbox thing. I can't reconcile. Now, if my big ass gets sick, if I get cancer, if I'm dying, I'm selling everything. God love everybody, but old Scab ain't going without. Anyway, 2 more and we'll call it, because Shane's got to go and I got to pee. This is the Puzon Wilderness EDC. And basically, it's just a pocket fixed blade that's kind of a Bowie style, however you say it. Dave Puzon's the designer. I like the way, now if you guys got a huge hand, if you have a huge hand, that might not be enough for you. I can tell you from here to here is 4 1/4 for me, or like right here is about 4 1/4. The maul of my hand is bigger than my fingers. I'm built weird, I know, but you can see my grip there. So, but the way I treat a pocket fixed blade, and I did want to kind of get to this just real quick. I treat a pocket fixed blade just like a pocket knife. So if I've got to manipulate my grip, I would have to manipulate it with one of my slip joints. So it's the same here. The benefit to me of a pocket fixed blade is the strength of a fixed blade with the size of a pocket knife. Shane, do a quick loop. I want to we're at work. I just want to show y'all something. Guys, you see this environment? There's the guy working on shit. The environment that we're in is really, 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 really not conducive. Really not conducive to folders. It's hard on them. So I like the pocket fixed blades.
JS, I got a knife here and there, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah, he gets one every now and then. He gets one every now and then. Joe, what's up, buddy? Hey, Joe, not to put you on the spot, and I'm not going to. We need to talk probably this weekend. I wouldn't mind doing a full-blown super show with Tim and Jake from last night. The four of us, we can live stream a bunch of channels and get it done. But we'll talk this weekend. Guys, this is the Mount Lagona. I think, Joe, you got one of these, don't you? Joe's probably playing with his sword.
Now, let me know if this is a misconception. Is that little pit in there for starting a fire, or what is that for?
Yes, that is a divot, a bow divot. If you're going to use a bow drill, that's what that's for. There is one misconception, though, and I'm glad you kind of pointed to the handle. People see this, and they say, man, that's a small choil. And if you even look at my finger, when John Heffron is the designer, and if you can get a close-up, Wingman 115 is his YouTube channel, one of the best dudes on the planet. When John designed this knife, the Mount Lagona, I believe that's a mountain in California. Maybe, somebody tell me where Mount Laguna's at. He grew up, his grandfather.
All right, it's not doing it.
That's okay. Look up Wingman 115. Mount Lagona is where Heffron grew up. So this is kind of a nod to that. This knife was made to do anything. Now it's 3/16 inches thick. It's a damn tank. And I'm going to tell y'all what I'm doing with it after this. This is unusual for sure. This choil was actually made to be carried like that. That to fit that in to do work. Now, regardless of what you think of that, I find it somewhat ingenious. One thing I was going to say on this knife, and then we need to get out of here. This is one of my favorites, right? I use this knife here a lot because 3/16 inch steel. I believe this is Bowler K110. Yes, it is. One thing I'm trying to do with this knife, or I'm going to do with this knife, I'm working on with this knife, is thinning out behind the edge. What I would like to do with this, because I'll say this honestly, sometimes when I go kayaking and just don't want to carry a ton of knives, don't have room for it, but I always want a solid knife, I throw this one in my dry bag because I can process wood. I've batoned huge logs with this within reason aspect of the knife. But what I would like to do is make this a thinner, slicier sumbitch. We already know it's tough. We already know Mr. Vic kills it with his heat treat. But I want to make it a little slicier. I want it to be a little bit better on the cutting. Now, I know this is going to be dumb. I don't know. It's a little thick right in here. So my goal is going to be to thin that up and just come up with a better slicer. Let me turn it like this, see if you can get some of the thickness too. If you can, it's okay.
Yeah. It's in focus, man.
Okay. So, it's kind of got that acid washy finish. But I would really like to thin this thing out. Y'all tell me what you think in the comments. Also, Work Tough Gear does this a lot. While we're here, let's just discuss it. John did a great job with this. A pinch grip. I adore this. Because if I have to manipulate my hand, especially here at work, I've showed y'all the sandbags that we have to reach up and cut sometimes. Having that pinch grip and being able to lock in, and I'm resting my thumb in the grip, but I'm pushing against it, is a really, really, really nice touch. Well, guys, thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out in the comments. I'm Scab.
I'm Shane.
You got to check out, let me read a few right here.
Fair enough.
You got to check out Dauntless Manufacturing. I'll do it. Randy, I'm going to work on a video tonight, buddy. You don't need to, Scab. Just come back to the edge. Yeah. Hey, while I'm thinking about it,
That's a big knife.
who wanted to see a big knife?
It's a Warhammer.
Sabo. Hey, Joe, here's one thing. I know, brother, but I want to do that. Here's one thing, Joe, that I found fascinating when I talked to William. Now, this isn't a William Collins knife. William does a 12 to 13 degree bevel per side. That's insane. That's why his shit's always so sliced, and it holds up. He's got the combo down, but now he uses AEB-L. I hope Work Tough Gear can get into that. Guys, we've been too long. I love you. Y'all stay tuned. Remember, the Red Wolf, and the Mountain Lion, both of these knives, plus the Little Evil 8-inch, which I will show when I get home. These two knives are up on their website. Y'all check them out. And I'm mentioning that not as a sales pitch, but just because everybody bitches, dude, they're never in stock. They're in stock. I love you. I'm Scab.
I'm Shane.
You're not. We gone, son.
Don't
Love
forget,
y'all.
like and subscribe, everybody. And do you have a promo code for Work Tough?
I do not. We're
Not
going
yet.
to get one. Not
Not yet.
yet.
All
Not
right.
yet's the key.
Oh,
Are we gone?
nope. Come on.
Real quick. The weekend after Thanksgiving, there will be a Work Tough Gear giveaway.
Oh.
All right. We gone. Let's go out.